Hey everyone, welcome. It's Aurora here at Lavender Hazelwood. So today I'm going to show you 3 ways you can use Aphrodite oil. If you didn't catch my short little video on how to make that, I will leave it up, up there somewhere, and down in the description. And so today I'm just going to show you how to make anointing oil, some lip balm for some Glamour Magic, and also how to dress a candle with it for some love. So today's theme is love and bringing more love into your life. This is also the second collaboration video with Magical Crafting. We did a first video on city foraging, and today we're following up with those foraged goods and things we can do with them. We're both focused on roses for some love magic in this particular collaboration, so make sure you check out her video too after you watch this one. I will have a printable of a love ritual you can make along with instructions for making some of the ingredients over on Etsy as well as on my Patreon page in the $5 tier and up. Or I guess if you're in a different country it wouldn't be $5, but at the you'll see it listed. Let's get to it.
For this Aphrodite oil, after I made the first infusion with rose, hibiscus, and saffron, I decided to collect that oil and infuse it again to make the rose scent more potent. You can do this process as many times as you like to get the fragrance to your liking.
What's up, kid?
In the second infusion, I am only adding rose petals just to make a stronger fragrance.
To make beetroot powder, we're going to be using it in our candle magic, and you can use it in your lip balm if you'd like. What's really nice about beetroot powder is it's naturally very sweet, so it does add a little bit of sweetness, so it tastes nice too.
All you need to do is slice your beets as thinly as possible, about 1/8 of an inch. If you can get them to the point where you can see light coming through the slices, then you're good. Try and keep them as even as possible, which I didn't do a good job of here. You'll bake at 200 for about 6-ish hours, just kind of depending on how hot your oven runs. It took me the whole day. But once they get crispy and you can snap them in half, and there's absolutely no bendiness to them, but they are not burnt, which is why we're keeping our oven low, then you can grind them. You can use a spice grinder or a coffee bean grinder. I'm using an analog coffee bean grinder. So first what we're going to do is make some lip balm that we can use for some glamour magic.
So one quick thing I want to say about glamour magic. We're using magic for love, and that can include romance, number one, but it doesn't have to, so don't get those things confused. This is also a great working to do if you're feeling low, if you just need to sort of infuse yourself with some goodness, right? With some lighter feelings. Also, it's invitational. When we open up, when we create an opening in ourselves, which is love opens. Love is wide. Love is vulnerable. It allows things to penetrate it. So what we're doing is we're cultivating love and opening that up in our system, in our being with Rose. So that inner being, that movement that we do on the inside to open up is the starting point here. The other thing I want to talk about really quickly is when we're talking about glamour magic, I think it's very easy to seduce, to use glamour magic to seduce, at least from my perspective. Like, we're putting something out there in front of us, a glamour, right? Like, we're seen a certain way, we're behaving a certain way for attraction in some way, which can pull people in. When people are attracted to you, I mean, that's a power. It's also a responsibility. This is a glamour for love. This is not a glamour for seduction. Those are two different things. I just want to make that clear. Like, seduction can very easily turn into a thing without integrity that is sort of not held up by anything, right? It's sort of like pulling somebody to you, but then there's no integrity behind it because there's no love, there's no connection. So what we're doing is we're going behind the scenes and making sure that we're creating a space of invitation and of connection, rather than just a glamour with nothing behind it. So I just want to make that distinction really quickly. If you are looking for seduction, and there is a time and place for that, but this isn't it. This is not the opening or the portal that we're creating right now.
So to make this lip balm, you're gonna need your Aphrodite oil, some coconut oil, and wax. You can use beeswax or candelilla wax. For color and correspondence, you can use rose petal powder or beetroot powder. We'll take 2 parts of our Aphrodite oil, 1 part coconut oil, and 1 part wax, and then put them in a glass jar that we will then set in a saucepan with a little bit of water and heat on very low. You can stir clockwise in here and think of your intention here. Once all your oils and wax combine, you can remove it from the heat and sprinkle in your powder until you get a color you like. And you can also add essential oil here too if you'd like. And then you just let it cool and harden. Then you'll take the rest of your oil and put it in a jar or an anointing bottle. And you'll be using this later for your divination. And when anointing for divination, you can anoint a candle that you light, or you can anoint yourself. And it's lovely to put some of this oil on your heart chakra and your third eye. And for candle magic, you can use your rose powder and your beet powder, or either one. You're going to need your Aphrodite oil, of course, a candle, or in this case, 7 tea light candles that I will light for 7 nights, and something to carve your candle with. You can skip the carving and use a petition instead if you prefer. So you're going to carve your intention into your candle, which could be a sigil, a word, or a sentence. Or if you're using the petition method, same thing, write it down on a piece of paper. Put a few drops of your Aphrodite oil on your petition or within the carving of your candle. And then you're going to sprinkle it with your powder. And then your candle is ready to use. After I light my candle, I'll use the lip balm. And then the lip balm can be used during the day for some glamour magic and invokes the love working. And then you can burn your candle for the next few days in the evenings to keep coming back to your intention and setting the spell.
So like I said, there are printables for this ritual in my Etsy shop. They're also on my Patreon at the $5 tier and up. If you're interested, you can also go over there, and I've got animal guardianship where we help animals. Part of your membership includes that. There's also monthly hour-long guided visualizations and mentions in the videos. Go be sure to check out Magical Crafting at the link there. And I also really want to thank Magical Crafting, Ricky, Chris, Wendy, Liz, for all being early adopters of my Patreon page and for your support. The link is in the description if you'd like to come over and join. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.